called, this college to make sure that I actually attended there. As long as you have a fucking paper. I mean, dude, it's not that hard to do it. I mean, I do actually have degrees, but that's not the point. I'm just saying, like,
So your degrees are printed out from the house.
I mean, I've thought about it, making up some new ones that I don't have.
Oh, okay. So, masculine degrees come from the house. I'll be here first.
Well, I mean, you think about it. You're, whatever it is. Those
Computer
people who have
science.
the stamps.
Oh, shit. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, whatever. Those people you call to, like, verify your documents and shit before you send them out. He's one of those people, but, like, dude, if you think you can order that, dude, you can easily order a stamp that matches the college that you want to pretend to attend to, and you could easily find somebody who has a diploma from that school, photocopy that bitch, put it on Adobe, and do both things. You can erase everything that it says, or at least the name, and you can put your own name there, and you can stamp it to make it look real. Yes, I've really thought about this hardcore just because I get really bored sometimes. That's how
I mean, but to a certain extent, will only work if that school is in that city.
No.
Because if you get, a lot of things say the state of Georgia, and my things say the county of.
Yeah, but I can still order it, is what I'm getting at. I mean, let's face it, dude. China will make you anything you want. Let's be realistic here. As long as you can come up with the original stamp, they can remake that bitch. Am I wrong?
I mean, nowadays you can do a 3D printer.
I was going to say, shit, that's even a better point. I mean, you could literally just put it into a 3D scanner, scan it, and make your own stamp.
Welcome to the dark side of Two Guys, Two Beers podcast.
Oh, yeah, dude, trust me. I've thought of a lot of ways to do shit.
Well, I learned that if I ever need a fake document, just go to you. You figure it out.
I'll figure it out, but I ain't got the stuff to do it. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's not that hard. It really isn't, to be really honest. I mean, dude, I could easily fake your degree. I mean, as long as you're not going in for some sort of, like, doctorate. I mean, dude, nobody's going to know the difference.
Well, that's why I think most jobs now is trying to do a test to see, like, hey, you said you got a degree in computer science. What's the best coding language? Linux. Fail.
Yeah.
He supposedly went to Harvard, but he didn't even know what is how to print out something at Java.
Right. He doesn't even know where the print button is at. He circled the back arrow.
He said, we told him to write a program for calculator. He typed in calculator app.
That sounds like some shit I would do.
I actually had to make a calculator, tic-tac-toe. I might have to make a couple programs. I might start back into my program. Life.
You need to finish that game we were talking about years ago.
I never even started that shit.
Oh, you need to. Do you even have it anymore?
I threw away that notebook when my accident happened. And, well, not that I threw it away. It's that when you move without you being there, people don't really know what's important in your life. Cause I lost the flash drive that had everything from my important games, documents, everything. I still can't find it.
I don't know. You still really need to recreate a game. I remember I don't really remember what the original concept was, but I knew we've discussed it, and a couple of us and sitting around drinking beers, and we were all like, "Yeah, that sounds cool. Like, hurry up and make it." And you were like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it the next summer." And then the next summer came, and he's like, "I'll have it done in 2 months." And then 2 months went by, and I was like, "Oh, Phantom, like, where are you at?" So, like, and it just kept going like that. And eventually I just gave up. In case you're wondering, I probably haven't asked him in like 2 years now.
Yeah, I completely forgot about what the whole game. Because if I remember the game, I really don't be doing nothing now. So I can make the game now. But I completely forgot about the game. Maybe if I drink some beers, get in that mode again.
Yeah, you just need to go back to partying.
Going back to doing X every night.
Whippets.
Do mushrooms.
I was still never remember. I think it was like one of the first times we met. You were like, "Hey, man, I got some whippets. You want to do them?" I was like, "No." I don't know. To me, that I don't know. It was just like.
Did I say that? I think I just said I had it in the car. I didn't say that you want to do it because we had nowhere to crack it.
I don't know. I know you had like little canisters, and I was like, no, because I was like gasoline. Like I don't do gasoline either. The people that like huff gas.
No, I don't do that. No, see, I went to this one underground rave, and this guy was like, "Here, you got $2." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Here go like 20 rupees." I'm like, "What do I do with this?" And he's like, "You just go walk around. You find crackers, you crack them open, you intake it." So me being me, I'm like, all right, I'll kill some time. I tried to do it one time. Shit didn't do shit to me. Because apparently you got to breathe it in at the same time you breathe in air. But then the way I did it, like, I breathed in air without breathing in the thing. I'm like, this is the stupidest hot I ever try to get.
It's not even that. I want to say it only lasts like 5 minutes. And to me, that's not worth it.
Yeah, really not. And like, literally, I had 20 for $2. And he said, literally, if you want right now, I'll give you another 20 for $2. I'm like,
the sad part is the canisters totally cost way more than that.
for real?
Yeah. I want to say they're same CO2 cartridges out of like airsoft guns and stuff like that.
Like I said, I got 20 for $2. I was walking around cargo shorts with that. And then after a while, I started giving away to people. But then, of course, certain people just started looking at you like, you really paid $2 for that shit? I'm like, good point. And instead of me throwing away, when you get fucked up, what do? You just empty out your cargo shorts at the end of the night within your car. And I think the first time we met, you were like, hey, I want to get more than drunk. And you asked me for weed. I'm like, I don't have weed, but I have this. Because I was like, you white. The person who gave me was white. So, one plus one equals two. Just like why you asked me for weed first.
Because you look like a pothead?
Because I was black.
No, it's because you look like a pothead.
Used to be.
Yeah.
Then I changed my life.
Now he just eats those little CBD gummy bears like a bitch. He can't handle the real stuff.
No, actually, I'm about to get something from the dark world. Hint, hint.
Yeah, you need to get me one too.
Oh, I thought I was smoking a little bit shit.
Huh? No, I mean, if you're getting the real shit, I expect some to you. I totally forgot to tell you that the other day. I totally want one. Before I forget. I want my gummies.
No, I found somebody that I could get it from. It's not that expensive either.
Yeah. Hey, I'll try it.
Hey, it's worth a shot, like I said. Push you to sleep faster than what you normally go to sleep as.
Which is like only 10 minutes, but hey.
Instead of you being your meat and go to sleep, at least you can take a gummy and go to sleep.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Nobody wants me. I'm too fat anymore.
Damn.
At least I'm honest with myself.
Well, that's probably why I'm not losing weight, because I keep saying, man, these girls still love me.
No, the really messed up part is like whenever I cut down on all my smoking is whenever I became fat, which makes absolutely no sense.
Well, I became fat because of my back surgery, and I used to be running around doing stuff every day. Till now, me running around for 5 minutes is more than what I normally do.
True that. You'll get there. You'll get back into shape.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, after Thanksgiving, I'm really gonna start back actually doing what I'm supposed to do for diet wise. Because I mean, anybody who said they're gonna start diet before Thanksgiving is a fucking idiot.
I would say honestly, I would save it for New Year's because I mean Christmas is just right around the corner too, and we both know
Christmas I really don't eat that much.
Really? That's
like
probably the time I eat the most.
No, I eat more for Thanksgiving. For Christmas, we do random things like barbecue stuff like that.
The fuck? I don't know. I guess my family's more traditional. We still have like ham and turkey.
No, we sometimes we have it, but like the year before, I wanted to barbecue, so we barbecued. Then we had we barbecued. We had a turkey. We had a ham. Then we had like all the sides, but it was just more like, hey, whatever you want to do, we do it.
Yeah. I mean, on occasion, I guess we do that. Like sometimes we'll, instead of having, a traditional dinner, we'll have like lasagna or roast beef, but like English style roast beef. Like we actually make like roast beef and Yorkshire pudding and all the homemade fixins and stuff like that from like over there.
Never ate none of that stuff that you just said, but okay.
I mean, the Yorkshire pudding's just basically thin bread.
Like I never had shepherd pie till I seen you make it.
Oh, yeah? Shepherd's pie? You really? You never had shepherd's pie until then?
I never had an eggs Benedict till you made it.
This eggs Benedict is so good.
I like the sauce more than anything. Everything else was, yeah.
Well, I didn't have Canadian bacon, so I had to use ham, which isn't as good. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm still trying to perfect on my how to make eggs Benedict.
And I never had that. I never had a lot of stuff till. Not saying I don't cook and stuff, but some of the stuff you make is like,
Yeah, just because you're weird and white people don't use spices.
Yeah, I know. I had to teach you how to put some spices in it a little bit.
I don't know. That's just how I grew up. I mean, we season stuff, just not like.
Season. It's not just salt and pepper.
I mean, it is to most white people.
I mean, put some garlic powder. You put some Old Bay in it. You put a couple of things in it.
I don't know,
you can put lemon pepper.
We grew up eating things out the earth. You don't mess with Mother Nature. What? I'm being serious. You don't? Excuse me.
Well, enough of us talking about our stories. Let's get to the actual podcast. Let's talk about how an 11-year-old kid went crazy and set like a balcony on fire, a trash can, and a car on fire.
Yeah. That's a little messed up. I don't know. I guess.
The catch-22 about all this is that the kid is 11 years old.
I mean, I want to say that it's crazy, but I've definitely done shit like this, but not to a person's house.
I set stuff on fire. I set like a trash can on fire. I set like a thing of grass. But I never set like a whole dumpster on fire. Like, no. I never went to a car. Maybe you have. I never went inside a car and was like, hey, you know what's a good idea? Try to set this car on fire.
There was no trying. I succeeded.
And I never, like, I don't understand that game that y'all used to do. Where, like, you light the paper bag and put shit in it. And you light it on fire so that somebody could come out and stump it out.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I never did that shit. But I don't think the opposite what he did and what they did was he just light the balcony on fire. They light a paper bag so that the people come out and step on doll shit or human shit.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like doing this with people is apparently like people are actually inside the house that this happened to.
Like Lily, they didn't say how damaged a lot of stuff got, but apparently he's still in juvie from when he did this.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he ain't getting away with this one. I mean, he might be 11 years old, but I'm going to go with...
He's going to the psych ward for a little bit, and he need to... Because they still didn't tell us why he did it, or, like, what made him think it was a good idea to do it. They just said he did it.
I mean, well, one benefit about psych wards is most of them, I mean, especially if his parents have good insurance, I mean, they have great food.
What?
What?
First off...
What? How do I know that?
Well, I didn't even want to know that, but, I mean, how do you know this?
Because whenever I was in high school, I had freaked out on a teacher who was messing with me and who shouldn't have been messing with me. And because she knew that I had anger issues, and it was actually like ordered throughout the state that like the teachers were supposed to just like leave me alone.
So you was in a soul class, and
the teacher was like, Max, take your book off your desk. So like I took my book off my desk, and then she was like, Max, take this off your desk. So I was like, all right, I'm getting annoyed, but I did it
already.
And
after two things,
and then like yes, I had really bad anger issues as a child. Leave me alone. And so like it was I want to say it was like English or science class, and like the test had nothing to do with a calculator, right? And she looks at me and she's like, Max, you cannot have a calculator on your desk. You need to take that off or you're gonna fail the test. And I was just like, all right. And like my mind just snapped, and I like picked up my desk and hucked it at her, picked up the chair and hucked it at her, started wailing books, and then I picked up the person's desk beside me and hucked it at her. Yeah, so needless to say, it was either go to juvie, or I could go to a psychiatric ward. So let's face it, I chose the psychiatric ward.
Look at white people getting way out of the system.
Yeah.
Because a black person would have went to the juvie. They wouldn't even have an option to go to the psych ward, but like go to the juvie.
the best part was it was only like 2 weeks, but it was bombing, dude. It was great. Like, it was basically just like a giant